We now have two candidates for Prime Minister of Great Britain. To talk to the people on how they would sort out the mess that our country is in. We have the Prime Minister Mr. David Cameron on the left. And on his right we have a new candidate for Prime Minister with completely new ideas, Mr. David Barrett.
My name is David Cameron. I am here to tell you how I would make things better for Britain. I would give all the bankers more money as they will start the economy going again. Then I would give all the politicians at least £1 million salary. Then they would work hard to sort everything out. They work hard and should be paid for what they do.
Do not be silly, Cameron. You just want more money for yourself. You are a benefits scrounger, by claiming disability and carer's allowance for your son. You have plenty of money to look after your son. You are cutting disability for people who have got nothing and need that money to help them. You have no morals at all.
Look, it is a dog-eat-dog world out there. We the rich have to keep what we have got. And keep adding more money to it. We do not want to be like the peasants out there.
You are a disgusting man. You should not be Prime Minister. You are bleeding the people of this country until there is no blood left. If only I was Prime Minister, I would change this country so that the people had something to look forward to. We have lots of ideas that would make all the people happy. And get the economy started again.
You're just a pensioner. Nobody listens to pensioners at the government. It is us the rich that will sort out everything. And we will get richer and have even more power.
Cameron, you are bleeding our country dry. What about the people you are supposed to look after? You should be sympathetic to the people, but you are just pathetic. You big asshole.
I have heard David Barrett's ideas and they sound as if they will work. We will call it the People's Party for the people. Not like your party that cons, because that is all you do.
You will have to go now so that the people can decide who they want for Prime Minister. Or I will have to call security.
Okay, I will leave peacefully and let David Barrett talk to the people.
I would like to thank that protester for making a peaceful protest and leaving when she was asked to. Now for what I think will get our economy working again. First, we have to solve the crisis in the employment of young people, as there is not enough work for them. So we need to create more jobs for them to go into.
That is what the government has been trying to do for a long time. We are cutting benefits so people have to work. They will have to get off their asses and get on their bikes.
But that is not creating jobs. All you are doing is penalizing the people who do want to work. But there are no jobs for them to find. No matter how hard they look for work.
But we now have the benefits bill coming down. And the government is saving the country billions of pounds. We have also saved billions by cutting public service jobs. If I keep cutting everything, I will get this country on its feet in 20 years. People are sitting on their asses all day. They will have to fight amongst themselves for the work.
Cameron, how can you say you want the people to fight amongst themselves, to find the little bit of work that is out there? You should be ashamed of yourself, you and your lapdog.
I will never be ashamed of myself. I was brought up to be superior to everybody else, and I am. I'm even superior to my lapdog Clegg. He could not run that country. He is a plonker.
You have no respect for anybody, not even your fellow government officials. You are doing all these things to make your rich friends even richer. You are despicable.
Well, what is this miracle cure that will solve all the problems that this country has? Like employment for a start. I think you are just blowing hot air.
There are about 10 million 50-year-olds working in this country. They would each receive £1 million each to retire.
Are you Matt Barrett? How could this country afford to give every working 50-year-old £1 million to retire? You are supposed to be saving money for this country. Instead you are giving money away just to get votes. I have never heard anything so ridiculous. You need to go into a home where they all wear white coats. You are mad.
You have not heard everything yet. Because there are 10 million 50-year-olds retiring, that has created 10 million jobs for youngsters. But before any professional person retires, they would have to train somebody to do their job. So the job is not lost when they retire. That has then created 10 million jobs. That has then fixed our unemployment crisis. And it is ongoing. So as a 50-year-old retires, a new job is made for a school leaver.
But we need to get people working longer, not shorter. We should get everyone working until they are 75. That is the Conservatives' policy that we are working towards.
When we give every working 50-year-old the money, They will have to sign a contract to say they will not claim any more benefits. As £1 million is plenty to live on, for the rest of their lives, as they can live off the interest. So that is our benefits crisis solved in one stroke. So our benefits bill will come down and will not go back up. They also have to buy a British car made in Great Britain. That will create even more jobs for all the small firms supplying the motor industry. That will make more jobs in small industry, so we will have our car industry fixed. And our manufacturing industry will have a chance of competing in Britain. That will make more jobs in small industry. Also, everyone who has signed up to get £1 million will have to buy a house. It does not matter how much, or how little, as long as they are not using social housing. That will solve our housing crisis by giving the houses that have been vacated to people who are on the housing waiting list.
You are making me cry. George Osborne and I have not got the brains of an old age pensioner.
I have never laughed so much at a political debate before. David Barrett might be an old age pensioner, but he can run rings around you, Cameron.
I have never been so humiliated like this before. I want my mummy. Mummy, where are you? Mummy. Mummy. Where are you?
Do not cry, son. Mummy is here just behind the curtain. Do not let the nasty David Barrett get to you. Be a man and care for no one. Me and Samantha will look after you, my lovely pet. Do not cry on the television. People will see how weak you are.
Mummy, have you been hitting the bottle again? What has Dad said about your drinking? He has told you to keep it to 4 bottles of wine a day. And where is Samantha?
Do not cry, darling. You know it upsets me. You cried like this for weeks when you did not win the election outright. And you had to work with that stupid Clegg who is your lapdog.
Right, Tutu will have to get off the stage. Who do you think you are? You cannot come on the stage interrupting this debate.
But we are Camerons. We are the higher race. We own everything. We will go as long as my baby stops crying.
Okay, Mummy, I am all right now. I will see you later. You must go now.
Right, let us get back to how to save our beautiful country. The next thing that the ones who signed up would have to do is take out health insurance for emergencies. That means that 10 million people will not be using the health service. So those who have to use it will have better care. I might be a little old to be Prime Minister, but I know someone who has more brains than your little lapdog and yourself. But I could advise him on how to fix things.
Are you saying that I have no brains? I went to a private school with my best friend George Osborne. And when we were younger we planned what we would do in government. George and I have a plan to take over this country. Like they do in those Middle East countries, they divide and rule. We shall be the new dictators of Britain.
If you and Osborne want to put your dick in taters, you should keep your sexual preferences to yourself. Is that what you did in school because it was an all-boys school?
You are making fun of me now, Barrett. It is not fair you picking on me. I have not picked on you.
You have not picked on me personally, but you have picked on the poor and vulnerable people of this country, until they have nothing left. I noticed when your mother came on stage, that she looked a lot like that Thatcher woman who tried to ruin this country. And you have got the same egotistical attitude as her. Stealing from the poor people with her poll tax.
Do not say that. Maggie Thatcher is my idol. She has taught me everything I know about politics. And how to treat the poor and vulnerable of this country. We have to take this country back to the Victorian times, where there was a proper divide between the poor and the elite. We are the chosen ones, it says so in the Bible.
I have heard enough. You have not won this debate, Cameron. Your policies are no good. But as for David Barrett, I think he and his supporters could solve all the problems.
I would like to thank all the supporters of the People's Party. I would also like to thank Richard Greenfield for his input. We have got to get this country working again, and give the people something to look forward to when they retire. I am glad you have given me the opportunity to speak to you. Thank you, good night and stay safe. If you think that what I have said tonight will solve the problems this country has, could you please click on like and start a movement to get this country working again, for the people.
I will now end this debate, and hope that you have listened to the candidates. I think I know who has won. I will let you the people decide. Is it the People's Party or the Cons?